Hi, this is Lori of Lori's Happy Stamps, and today we're going to talk about Life is Sweet, June 2024 paper pumpkin alternatives. So I'm going to get started right away, and I wanted to share with you using the models from this set. I made the first card pretty much like it showed right here. But then I also did one of my own using some of my own supplies. And you'll notice that this piece right here is not quite the color of this one because I used Summer Splash and I used the Citrus in Blooms dies that are actually the same size as the two pieces that we were given in the kit. So if you want to expand your kit, use those dies. So there's my one and then my alternative. And I just took a piece of basic white and I added some of marbled old paper, and I think it looks pretty good. So then the second card that I did was, again, this is the card from the kit, and then this is my alternative. So I used that Citrus Blooms die and cut out, this one is in the green, I think, and I used Pool Party for mine. And I cut out my own piece of vellum, and then I used the mini alphabet dies and I glued them on a piece of vellum and then bumped them up on dimensionals. So that was fun. And on the inside I stamped just like that on both of the cards, and I glued some of the peaches on the front there. So that was a fun number 2 card. And then the third card is, this is the card that was in the kit. And then using the sweetest cherries, I stamped a sweet cherry on the outside of the envelope, and on the inside of the envelope I also added a little piece of Poppy Parade DSP because I had smudged, so I had to fix it. So then this is my alternative that's very similar, but I used some of the dies and the mini alphabet dies and the in color glittery paper. So I think that one turned out really cute and did the same thing on the inside. And you know, to get this kind of double image, I stamped it off and stamped it first, and then I just kissed the outside edges of my stamp and stamped it again, so you get that two-tone. Okay, so that's the way I did my basic cards. So basically from 3 cards I got 6, so that was fun. And then I went on to create my own cards, and this card is a Z-fold card, and I used the old punches from the Zesty Lemon thing. I don't have the stamps anymore, but I saved the punch. So I used the Zest punch and lemon punch, and I used this one from the kit, and then I had some googly eyes, and I cut my piece from the kit in half. So for this card, you would need a piece of the vellum that came in the kit and one of these, and what I simply did is I glued them together, let them dry, and then cut them right in half. So that's how I got the 2 pieces there. Then my cardstock is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 1/2 inch, and on each side, and 3 inches on each side. So 1/2 and 3 1/2, and 3, and that creates your base. And then you need the 2 wings. So there are 2 pieces that are 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, and you're going to glue those right onto there like that. Okay, so then once you have those glued in place, then all you do is build on that. And for the inside, I used a piece of basic white that is 4 by 4 3/4 inches that fits inside. And then, like I said, I just cut out some lemons and glued the leaves on to make them like the fins of the, or the tail of the fish. So that's how you make card alternative number 1. Miss you. And then, of course, I used the pearls for the bubbles. Okay, that is card number 1. Card number 2 is a simple card. Looks like this, and it says, "Hooray, you're truly amazing." And then I just took some pieces of cardstock or DSP and wove them on the inside. So for this card, you would need a card base that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I used the Pretty in Pink. And then I took half of one of the card bases. I just cut this card base in half. So I cut this, and what I did is I cut 1/4 of an inch on each side, and that's how I got my strips for in here. Well, I'm sorry, I cut 1/2 inch on each side, cut those in half. So then I had 1/4 inch strips for inside. And then I have a piece of lemon lolly that is 3 by 1 1/4 for the back side of the hooray. I need a piece of basic cardstock that is 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. And then I am using the new stamp set, or die set, that actually goes with July, August, and September, I think, but I got it already, so I used the hooray, and I used that glitter paper, the in color glitter paper, and then I used one of the pieces from the kit. I also used 2 of the vellum leaf pieces and one of the long strips. So fairly simple card. Everything is glued flat until you get to the yellow piece right here, the lemon lolly. And I did glue this piece onto the lemon lolly before I bumped it all up. So that is card number 2. And cards number 3 and 4, I actually made at the same time. So I used the citrus again to create the peaches, but they're citrus. And I actually used the cherry punch and made it into a peach. And can you see there's some wink of Stella on that? And then I cut out these leaves again from the new die set that you can use for the next 3 months. And so I did those simultaneously. And for those, you are going to need one piece of 8.5 by 11 cut at 5.5. So you get 2 card bases that are 4 1/4 by 5.5. 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. So you have 2 card bases like that. Then I used a couple of the peaches from the kit, and I used one of these card bases and I cut it in half. So I used it for both fronts. I used another one of the peaches. I used 2 pieces of designer series paper that are 4 by 2.5, right? 2 1/4. 4 by 2 1/4 for the fronts. And then again, I cut out the leaves using the new die set for Paper Pumpkin, and I used the shimmer paper, the in color. Then I made my own peach, and I did that by using one of the cherry punches. And I cut this piece out with the die set from the die set that goes with this Paper Pumpkin set. I used one of the small sentiment pieces, and I used a piece of designer series paper that is 3 3/4 by 1. And so that's, oh, and then I also, do you notice my gems or my pearls? I colored them with the, oh, what are those called? With the Stampin' Blends. And I used peach pie. So those are colored with the peach pie Stampin' Blends. And I think they turned out really cute. So that is cards number 3 and 4. And then for the 5th card, I'll just put these away real fast so I have them. The 5th card is a is a 2, 4, 6, 8 card. And the way you do that is you have a card base that is 5 1/2. I'm sorry, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then you have a piece of designer series paper that is 12 inches by 5 1/2, 5 1/4. And then you score it at 2, 4, 6, and 8. And then you just fold it back on itself. 2, 4, 6, 8. And then you're going to put glue right here and glue those 2 pieces together. And then you'll put glue right here and glue those 2 pieces together. So then you have 2 flaps like this. This will glue right onto your card base like that. And then I used a deckled circle, and it is 3 1/4 inches. It's the 7th circle from the center, and I glued it right on the front after I stamped the thanks from the stamp set. And then I also cut out one of the hexagon pieces from the dies that match, and I stamped Sweet Friend on that, and that is glued right into the second panel, and it's underneath this panel so you can't see it. And then for the inside, I had a piece of a little piece of designer series paper. I just flipped it, and it is 3 3/4 inches by 1 inch, and that is glued at the bottom. So very easy to make a 2, 4, 6, 8 card. Oh, and I had a sweet cherry on here, and the cherry I made from the cherry punch set. So I used the Poppy Parade and the pool party. So that's how you make that card. And then the last card. Oh, and you need a piece of basic white that's 3 3/4 by 5 for the inside. Alrighty, now we have it. And then the last card is, again, it's not a difficult card. It's kind of a sweet card. It looks like this. It says thanks. And I don't know if you can see, but there is Wink of Stella on the thanks. And again, I used the dies from the kit. And I took my pearls and I colored them with the Stampin' Blends that are the Poppy Parade. And then I glued one of the cherries on there. And then on the inside, I took a piece of ribbon and glued it on the bottom. These are from the Sweet Cherry. No, not from the Sweet Cherries. It is from the Ice Cream Swirl. It's from the Ice Cream Swirl kit to get those little cherries if you want to do that on the inside. And so what I did here is I just marked on the inside of my card, and I think I wrote it down. Let me see if I did or not. No, I didn't. Okay, but I made the 2 little dots. I made 2 little dots. They are at 1 1/2 and 2 3/4. And then I took my punch, my regular hole punch, and I just pushed it in as far as I could, and I punched 2 holes. So I punched the holes, and then I took a piece of red ribbon that is about 13 inches long, and a piece of the twine that came in the kit, and I just fed it through and tied it in a knot together right there. Then I punched out the thanks and used Wink of Stella on it. I also used one of the cherry sets, pairs from the kit. And that's it. So the last thing I want to show you is just something fun. And it is how to make this cute bookmark, since it's summer and everybody's reading and having fun. So I had this old designer series paper, but it really matched the colors of the kit. So let me show you how to make this corner bookmark real quickly. You are simply going to take a 6 by 6 inch piece of paper, and you are going to fold it on a diagonal, and you're going to crease the edges really well. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the right corner tip and match it to that top tip, and you're going to score that well. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So take that left tip and bring it up to the tip of the top, and then you're going to crease that. So then you have a piece that looks like this, right? So what you're going to do now is I just like to flip this down so I get kind of an idea of where this is going to be, and it's going to be just like that, but I'm only going to finger crease it, because what I'm actually going to do is open this up and fold it inside, so everything gets folded inside. And when you're happy with it, okay, then you are going to burnish it really well, and that'll make it lay really straight, flat. Okay, and then all I did was to punch out some cherries, but you could use the cherries from the kit, and glued them onto the front. And there you have a little summer bookmark, sweet summer bookmark. Hope you have a great day, and I will see my folks on Friday, July 5th. Your bits have already been mailed in an envelope that looks like this, so hopefully you have received it. Okay, talk to you later.